Well, hey, Cody Bob here again, and I am going to stop you this time from flipping your phone this way and flipping your phone that way, because I got another sticker in my underwear, and I'm going to tell you about it. And it wasn't nothing from I heard on that television set over there the other day. It was from something that I did not hear on that television set. Did you hear there was another classroom shooting? Right here close to us? Right there in that Duncanville, Texas? You didn't? Why not? I don't know either. Well, I didn't know about it until somebody told me about it. And that thing happened over a week ago. What was it, June 14th or something? And it's June 21st now, and I ain't heard about nothing on it. Shooting in a classroom? Why? I had to sit there and look on that Google and find out what was going on. And I Googled Duncanville, Texas, shooting. There it was. Didn't hear it on the news. Didn't hear it on the world news. Then I started reading about it, saw a video. Then I was going, didn't fit the narrative. Because what happened was, no children got killed. There was a 911 call that there was an active shooter there, and it was at a summer camp with children loaded in that place. And there was a gunman in there. But them policemen didn't act like them ones over in Uvalde, where they showed up and stood around an hour trying to figure out what happened. When that first policeman went in there, he went in there, was listening where them shots were coming from. He went in there and he took the boy out. And I say boy, he was 42 years old. Knows better. Most likely mental problems, because they've already, a week later, they've already talked to their mom and daddy and said, yep, he was having mental problems. We're talking about children. How come we didn't hear about it? There's something going on in this world when they're putting politics in front of children's lives. Because that Uvalde happened, there were 22 children died, and teachers too. And then politicians think they know everything, they gonna figure it all out. Well, let's say, last thing I remember back in 1990, here in Texas, they made laws around them schools. Politicians smart. They said it was going to be a gun-free zone around schools. And it's going to be illegal to have them guns around schools. They put signs on the doors outside. They put signs on the telephone poles. Did it work? Politicians, until you start going after the people that break the laws, figure out why they have mental problems. Don't go around trying to take the guns away from law-abiding citizens. Because if it wasn't for that man that had the gun that protected them children, we'd be telling a whole nother story, and it would be making the world news again. But it ain't happening. You didn't hear that story, did you? There's something going on. It ain't right. I don't know. You make up your own mind.
The man who police say walked into the Duncanville Fieldhouse Monday morning with a gun was a convicted felon. Police identified him as 42-year-old Brandon Keith Nett. They say he confronted an employee in the lobby, fired a shot, then fired a second shot into a classroom full of kids. He was killed after police exchanged gunfire with him in the gym, terrifying parents and children.
Detrimental, scary. I thought the worst. My daughter called me for me to pick her up because he was saying when someone was shooting.
The investigation now centers around why a felon who isn't supposed to have a firearm had a handgun and why he went into the field house full of children attending a summer camp.
We was so scared, what would happen.
According to court documents, Ned pled guilty in 2011 to intoxication manslaughter. His blood alcohol level was .126. The affidavit states he knowingly operated a motor vehicle while intoxicated at a high rate of speed, causing a collision. that killed the passenger in his car. He spent 2 years in prison and was released. Sources say he possibly knew someone in the field house. It's the second time there has been a shooting at that same field house in the last several years. The former police chief says they've tried to enhance security.
We've had the active shooter training that's conducted by our police staff. We have surveillance cameras that we've installed. I personally did an security assessment of that facility back several years ago.
City leaders have commended the police department for responding so quickly to the scene and stopping the threat. But there are questions if more could have been done to prevent the gunman from getting that far into the field house. In Duncanville, I'm Rebecca Lopez.